All right, you guys, so I'm going to start with what a life coach certification will not do for you, okay? Okay, I got the votes. I see y'all. We're talking about what they won't do first. So number one, what a life coach certification will not do for you. And if any of you guys have taken my my How to Be a Confident Life Coach course, you guys will really understand number one. So number one, what a life coach certification will not do is give you authentic confidence. It just won't. Authentic confidence and artificial confidence. Like I said, if you've taken my How to Be a Confident Life Coach course, you understand the difference. Your authentic confidence is what comes naturally to you, the things that you have been gifted to do, right? And so your artificial confidence is the things that we get, like a certification, a car, a house, right? So a piece of paper will not give you authentic confidence. It just won't, okay? So number two, what a life coach certification will not do is it does not necessarily mean that you're good. It just doesn't. Once you get that piece of paper, it does not stamp you as a good coach. A good coach is somebody that cares about people and that cares about the well-being of people, that cares about the results of people. That is what's going to make you a good coach, not a piece of paper. Not a piece of paper by a long shot. I've worked with people that have pieces of paper, and it really doesn't amount to a hill of beans if you don't believe in yourself. So number three, it alone will not get you clients. This is such a big misunderstanding. People think that I'm going to get my life coach, I'm going to get my certification, and that's going to help me get some clients. Not necessarily true. It alone will not get you clients. This is what really gets your clients. Your results in your life are more attractive than a piece of paper. Your results that you get in your life. Say, for instance, I have so many amazing women that I'm connected to that have released, oh my goodness, so much weight off of their body. And so I would much rather see a before and after. If I'm in the market to releasing weight off of my body, I would much rather see a before and after picture of someone, oh my gosh, there's a little chipmunk. I would much rather see the before and after pictures of someone that is getting ready to help me than just a piece of paper, you guys. And I'm not diminishing the piece of paper. I get a lot of flack from that, you guys, because I'm a high school dropout and people think that I try to encourage people to not go for their education, which could not be further from the truth. Okay, I'm just trying to give you some facts. I don't have one and I've made it this far. Okay, so it alone will not give you your clients. Your results in life are more attractive. Number four is that it doesn't guarantee that you will get clients. And I know I'm reiterating this, but hear me out. What's going to really get you your clients is your own results in your life and your marketing and sales and campaigning skills. That's what's going to get you your clients. How effectively you market, how effectively you can close a client, close the deal, close a contract, and how effectively you put your campaigns together. You got to make people want your stuff, okay? There is a science, there is a whole psychology behind selling, and that is what really, really helps people get their clients, not just a piece of paper. And the last and final one for what a life coach certification will not do for you is that it will not give you the stamp of approval as if you went to, like, say, Harvard, or what's that school in New York called? It's like the School of the Arts, like Juilliard, the School of Juilliard, something like that. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. A life coach course, it only has the power and the credibility that you give it. And that is because this is not a governed field. That's why it's not a governed field. That's why anybody can hang their hat to say that they are one. So the last and final one, it does not give you a stamp of approval like if you went to Johns Hopkins University and you graduated with honors. Like, most people will be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's so admirable. But a coach certification does not do that because the government doesn't even recognize it. So those are the 5 things that it will not do. Now I'm going to share with you what a life coach certification will do. And this is so important to understand going in when you guys are making a decision. If this is something that you want to go to get trained and certified, it's really, really important to be clear on your next move. Okay, so that's what my intention is. So number one, what a certification will do for you is that it will give you inside information. It will give you inside information from someone who has been there and done that. That all in itself is invaluable. You cannot put a price tag on that. When someone opens up and shares with you their content, their information, their skills, their systems, their ways of doing things, when you enter into a coach program, that's what you're getting. You're getting inside information. And that is so necessary because it'll help you avoid a lot of the stumbling blocks that the person that has gone before you has went through, and you yourself can avoid them. And I don't know about you, but I love wisdom. Okay. Wisdom to me is following or is listening to somebody else's mistakes and not doing them. Okay. I've reached a space in my life where I like to listen and say, okay, this is how X, Y, this is how this person failed at this. I'm not going to go down that same path. So that's number one. It gives you inside information. Number two is that it gives you actual training on how to conduct a coaching session. Here's the thing, you guys. Before I actually went through my training, I would be on the phone with my clients. This is before I went through training. Now, you guys know, I've shared this with you guys before. I coached for a whole year. I officially coached for a whole year before I got certified and trained. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. Okay, so officially, when I accepted the call and I was like, okay, I know this is what I'm called to do. I did this for a whole year without going through any training, without going through any certification program. And what I realized is that what I was doing is that I was doing more teaching and more motivational speaking than I was coaching. It wasn't until I went through the actual training program that I realized, oh, okay, this is a coachee relationship. This is how it's supposed to work. So that's what it will give you actual training on how to conduct a session. An untrained coach will be more motivational and less asking questions, will be more giving information and not necessarily allowing that coachee to realize that they have the answers inside of them. That's what our job is as coaches, is to really help our clients realize that the information is inside of you. Now, if you're consulting or advising, that's something totally, totally different. So keep that in mind, that it will help you learn, it will train you on how to actually conduct the coaching session itself. Number three is that it gives you artificial confidence, right? And artificial confidence is necessary. You need both. You need artificial confidence and you need authentic confidence in order to be anything, in order to be who you are, no matter what field you're in or no matter what area of your life. You're going to need artificial confidence and you're going to need authentic confidence. So what a life coach certification will do is it'll give you that piece of artificial confidence. Number four is that it shows that you take your craft seriously and that you have invested in yourself. That is it's so big because when we invest in someone, when we want to work with someone, we want to know that they have the goods, that they did the work themselves. And there's so often where I will have coaches that will come to me and say that they're having trouble getting clients or filling their coaching practice. And I'll go over and look at their website and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, looking through, okay. And I can see some things that they can tweak and some things that they may shift around. And then I get to the very bottom of the website and it says free website powered by Weebly.com or free website powered by I don't know, power free at the bottom, right? And so when I see that, and when potential clients see that you are trying to make money off of everything that you're doing on your end is free, it's not going to be a good look. So investing in yourself, it shows that you invest in yourself and you take your craft seriously. Number 5 is that, hang on for a second. Number 5, and the final one, and then I got a bonus one. Number 5 is that it gives you association to the school that you choose, right? And so remember I said in what it won't do is that the number 5 for what it won't do is that it only has the power and the credibility that you give it. So when you decide to go into a coach training certification program, it's going to give you association with that person or with that school. So for instance, I've worked with coaches that have gone through Tony Robbins training, Tony Robbins certification program. I've also worked with coaches that have gone through Tony Gaskin's certification program, right? And so that piece of paper will give you credibility and association with that person, right? Because again, this is not a governed field. So the person that you love and admire and like to watch and like to learn from, it's only going to give you the credibility that you give it. And then the bonus one is what a life coach certification will do for you. And this is my favorite. It's my favorite. And you guys will see why, because I talked about it all 4 days of the mini life coach training, is that it connects you with like-minded people. You guys, I cannot express that enough. So many times we have our goals, right? And we set out to go at them alone. And to really go at something alone in the beginning is brilliant. I think it's a brilliant idea because you can't invite everybody in on what it is that you're doing if they are not supportive of change in you. A lot of the people that we're connected to in the very beginning, they're still our friends, our family, our colleagues that kind of still know us from who we used to be. But when you go into a program, you actually get the benefit of being connected to like-minded people, people that get you. And that alone, you guys, that alone is just priceless. That's one of the reasons why I created my membership group, is because it can be difficult when you're starting out on a new path and you try and get your mother to understand what you're doing. I remember trying to get my mother to understand what I do, right? And still to this day, she's still a little, I won't say that she just says that Angel gets on WeTube. She doesn't even say YouTube. Angel gets on the WeTube and tells all of her business. So that's basically what my mother, the summary of my career is: my daughter gets on the WeTube and tells all of our business. That's what my mother, that's what my mother believes that I do. But at the same time, it's so funny because she'll tell people, like, if somebody is going through something, she'll be like, oh, my daughter can help you with that. And it's like, Ma, I don't specialize in feet fungus. I can't help them. I can't help them in that area. So that's just funny. But those are the 5 things that a life coach certification will do for you and what a life coach certification will not do for you. Are there any questions, comments, concerns, before I say bye to y'all? Okay?